Welcome aboard, everybody, here to the Sports Talk Nation. Michael Cohen here with you. A very different kind of edition of the Sports Talk Nation, one that pertains to my job with Fox Sports Radio New Jersey at 93.5 FM, 1450 WCTC. Work down there as news and sports anchor, as well as production assistant. Do a lot of stuff, a lot of sports stuff nowadays. Now it's a full-time sports station. A lot of Patriots, a lot of Somerset Patriots, a lot of Rutgers stuff. But one thing that's going to be very interesting is a number of former NFL players are going to be in Paterson, New Jersey on Saturday, December 18th for a COVID vaccine clinic. They're going to be there to educate as well as to encourage people and inform people about the positives of getting the COVID vaccine, getting the vaccines against COVID-19. So I had a chance to talk to former New York Giants center, three-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion Shaun O'Hara via a Zoom call. Now, there is not going to be any video on this video, ironically. Here we are on YouTube talking about videos. But it will be audio only. You will hear him for a very big part of this little video here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Ray Lucas, a former Jets quarterback, was also scheduled to appear, but I will try to get him tomorrow. I'm going to try to get down there and get him on a one-on-one as well, so we can have both teams covered for that matter regarding this very, very special event. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hello, everybody. Michael Cohen here with you on Fox Sports New Jersey. We have a very special guest joining us today. He is a three-time Pro Bowler, a world champion. That is the former center of the New York Giants, Shaun O'Hara. He joins us to talk about a very important initiative, and that is trying to get as many people vaccinated against COVID-19 as possible. He is part of NFL Alumni Health, and they are partnering with St. Joseph's Health for a special event on Saturday, December 18th, 2021, which will be held at the St. Joseph's Health Clinic in Paterson, New Jersey. And he is going to be one of several former NFL players who are going to be there to meet and greet with fans, as well as sign autographs, but more importantly, to help people and educate people about the importance of getting vaccinated against COVID-19. So let's go to our special guest, New York Giants legend, Shaun O'Hara. Shaun, welcome aboard. NFL Alumni Health and, of course, St. Joseph's University Hospital coming together for this event, and it's really been a grassroots effort, Shaun, throughout the country. More than 50 players have been involved in, all over the league in the country to try to educate people about this COVID vaccine. How important, especially now, especially with Omicron and that variant spread, how important right now is it to get as many people educated and vaccinated right now?
Yeah, Michael, I think that's our biggest challenge right now is just trying to get people to be proactive. And I think that's really been the initiative. I'm proud to partner with NFL Alumni and St. Joe's Health to try to create some opportunities for people who are maybe on the fence, people who maybe aren't sure whether or not they should get vaccinated. Obviously, I know for some people there are medical concerns, but I think as NFL players, we've always felt like there's a responsibility that comes with that, and both on and off the field. And I think this is a great way for current and former players to get involved in their communities. And I think that's one of the reasons why we're going down to Paterson, New Jersey, to try to help people that may need a little nudge, or maybe they need some more information, or maybe they're not sure, how to do it, or maybe they haven't had the time to do it. So we're bringing in all the horses. We've got some, you said 50 players. We've got some Hall of Fame players. We've got some Pro Bowlers, some Super Bowl champions coming out. Mm-hmm. Word on the street, Michael, is we might even have a surprise appearance from the one and only Santa Claus, who apparently is completely vaccinated, and so are all of the reindeer. So we're looking forward to that. I think, look, the big theme that I continue to just share with people is we're all in this together, right? This is a global pandemic. This is not just something affecting our country. It's affecting everybody. You have two choices really right now. You can either do nothing or you can do something. And I feel like all of us as Americans, let's be the people that do something about it. Let's not do nothing and just sit there and be reactive. Let's go do something. Let's play offense. Let's go. Let's try to score a touchdown. Let's not play defense anymore.
Absolutely. And one thing I saw in some of the videos, the tutorials of some of the other players like Marshall Faulk, Chris Carter, and they talk about some of the questions they even had themselves before getting vaccinated. when you talk to people, when you've spoken to people about getting vaccinated, the people that you may meet tomorrow, what are some of the stories that you will relate to them about yourself, maybe people that even you knew?
Yeah, Michael. I mean, just to personalize things, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. When all this stuff first came out, it was, oh man, should we get it? My wife and I both talked about, hey, maybe we should wait. Don't get it right away in case there's an issue. And I think a lot of people felt that way. And then we both decided, you know what, this is the right thing to do. Like we can't sit around and wait around anymore. Like, let's be proactive. Like I said, let's do something about it. And once we did, it was amazing the relief that we felt. Like, okay, you know what, we've taken action. And when you take things into your own hands, you take control of a situation. I feel like it empowers you. And that was something that we personally went through. And I encourage a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of people felt the same way. After you get vaccinated, it's kind of like, all right, you know what? I'm not concerned about. Doesn't mean you can't get COVID, but now all of a sudden I'm prepared. If I encounter it, I've got all the weapons that I need to take this sucker down. So I know that was personally. And then lo and behold, my family, my wife and I, we got COVID in October. And
wow.
I had very mild symptoms. My kids had very mild symptoms. My wife had, she had symptoms for 4 or 5 days. I think we both were very thankful. When we got those positive tests, we both said, thank goodness we're vaccinated, because you don't know how your body's going to respond to it. And the vaccine, I believe, certainly lessened our symptoms. We were very thankful for that. So I know that's something that, look, there are a lot of families that are divided in this.
Yeah.
I have some family members that aren't interested in getting vaccinated as well. And it's tough. How do you tell people that you love that, you know what, that you think that they need to do this, and they're trying to tell you that they're not going to do it? And it's definitely created friction for people, friends, colleagues, family members. I think the overriding theme for me and for my family was, this is what we have to try to prepare ourselves and arm ourselves for the best possible outcome. Let's take advantage of it. And you know what? If it helps other people for many different reasons, we're all for that as well.
Absolutely. Has your foundation, I know your foundation does a lot of work in the healthcare, and has your foundation played a big part in trying to help people get vaccinated and educated about what to do involving COVID?
Yeah, with my foundation, one of the groups that is very even more at risk than normal people is cystic fibrosis, and they've been a main benefactor of my foundation, and that certainly is a group that has been living the way that we're all living now for their entire lives. It's funny, like, if you have a child with cystic fibrosis, you've been using hand sanitizer their entire life. You've been carrying that around forever, and now the rest of the world is kind of catching up to your ass. So definitely had it tough. And through my foundation, we have not done any events. We actually postponed one of our annual events during the pandemic, because we just didn't feel like it was right to ask people to get together and put anybody else at more risk than they already were. So it's definitely something where I think awareness is key.
Tomorrow's going to be a great event. Not only yourself will be there, but Ray Lucas, Roman Oben, David Tyree expected to be there, as well as David Zott. Just talk about how exciting it's going to be for you guys to be there, to see a lot of fans, and as well as a lot of people coming to get this shot and push forward our state, push forward the nation as far as getting fully vaccinated is concerned.
Well, I think it's great to see how proactive St. Joseph's Health has been with this, and how engaged they're trying to be with their community. And listen, this is not for them to make money. This is for them to help the community, to help people, for who, for whatever reason, have been a little bit hesitant to get the vaccine or to trust medical advice. This is, I think, a chance to get face-to-face with some people and just say, look, this opportunity is here. If by some NFL players being there creates more awareness and gets more people there, then that is a win. And, to me, look, if 10 people show up, that's a win. I think we'd love for 1,000 people to show up. And I think that would be awesome. I don't know what their numbers are or what their hopes are as far as estimates, but I think it's a great opportunity for people to come out, be proactive in everyone's battle against COVID and this pandemic. And look, if someone's gonna stick a needle in your arm, you might as well get a chance to say hello to David Tyree, get an autograph. You might as well get to see Santa and tell him what you want for Christmas.
Who is going to be Santa Claus? You can't reveal that, right? No.
I don't know. I think Rich Soibert would probably be the best option.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the one that looks physically most like Santa.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's Kris Kringle, right? I mean, that's who's gonna be there.
A couple of questions. Let's just a couple quick questions, kind of off topic, just on Rutgers and as well as the Giants. Rutgers, fell short a little bit this year, 5-7, just one short of a bowl game. Just your thoughts about how Gricciano coming back and getting that program back on track.
Yeah, I know everybody was really hoping that a bowl game would happen this year. It's tough. It was definitely a tough season. I think that when you look at what Gricciano has done with that program, it's light years ahead of where it was 2 years ago. It's obviously, galaxies removed from when I was at Rutgers as far as where that program is headed right now. And I think, with what Coach Shiano has done with that team, look, I know there's a transfer portal, but it takes time to build a team and build a new culture. Giants fans can attest to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's just so much positive energy right now down on the banks, and Rutgers football, you can feel that they're turning the corner and good things are happening. I think the product is showed on the field. I mean, this team has been competitive. They're physical. It's not the Scarlet Knights teams that we've seen the previous years where, look, the game's over at halftime. So I think Greg has done a really good job, and I think he's been a great recruiter. I think, obviously, last year with the pandemic, that changed everything. That made it even harder.
Yeah.
I think this year things could be even better, which would be an awesome achievement for the entire staff.
Absolutely. And on the Giants, I know it's been another rough year for Giant fans. Obviously, that 4-9 going up against the Cowboys this weekend. What would you tell Giant fans, and what would you try and look for moving forward? Do you think there needs to be another rebuild, reshuffling of the deck? How do you look at what things are for the Giants right now?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Giants fans, they've been hearing rebuild for too long. And, it's like if you're building a house and you're still staying in a hotel and your builder keeps saying, hey, a few more months, you don't want to hear that. So I understand that Giants fans have lost their patience, and you know what, rightfully so. It's been extremely disappointing. And you know what, I think that while everybody wants to, to fire people and blame people, this is the NFL world. You know what? You can assemble a great team, and if half your starters, if you lose some of your best players, you're not going to be as good of a team. And I think that's where the Giants are right now. And they've lost some very integral parts of the team this season due to injuries. Jabril Peppers, Blake Martinez on the defensive side of it. Saquon has been banged up again after missing all of last year. And then the Giants have been through, I think, 5 left guards already this season. So they've just been dealing with a lot of change. It's hard to win football games when there's all that change going on. I think that at full strength, I think that the Giants could be a good team, but they're a long shot away from where they want to be. And I think they know that. I think Joe Judge knows that. I think the team knows that. I think they understand. I think the thing that Giants fans, if they're looking for something positive about it, this team continues to play. They continue to fight. And you know what? They are not making excuses. I know it's not what the Giants fans want to hear. They say they're saying a lot of the same things over and over. Mm-hmm. But I've seen teams that have tapped out and that have mailed it in. This team has not, and nor will they, especially under Joe Judge. I think he's done a nice job. Obviously, the wins have not shown that and reiterated all the work that they've done. But I do feel like this team is headed in the right direction. They just need to find a way to finish.
That's it. I mean, they've been in all these games. Every single game they played this year, for the most part, they've been in them or found ways to get back into them. So they've been fighting all year.
Yeah, and you know what? Look, you can go back. There's a couple games early in the season that they lost to Atlanta by a field goal right at the end, Washington by a field goal, and Dexter Lawrence was offsides. I mean, those two games in itself completely changed the entire trajectory of the season and what you're playing for in November and December.
Yeah. Again, Shaun O'Hara, thank you so much for your time. Again, it's going to be a great event tomorrow at the St. Joseph's University Hospital over there in Patterson. Any last thoughts before we depart?
No, just want to wish everybody a happy and safe holiday. I know its times are different right now for everybody, but I just want to encourage everybody to stay vigilant. Listen, in a football world, the only way to stop something that seems like it's unstoppable is you got to tackle it. You got to tackle it together.
Absolutely. Shaun, thank you so much.
All right, Mike, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, be well. Have a great holiday yourself.
You too. Take care. Merry Christmas.